Hi, the purpose of today's video is to help you back up your files as you're preparing for receiving your new laptop, which is going to be really soon. Some of you, we've gone over this procedure, so this video would be a review. For some of you that we've missed on professional development sessions, you may need to go through all or just part of this video, but we want to try to cover as many different things as we can. So let's get started. Right now, if you look at my desktop, you'll see that I've already plugged in an external hard drive, and I named it with my initials. You can plug in either an external hard drive that you've purchased, or if you have a flash drive. We also want you to log in to the teacher's server so that if there are items that are school related that can go there, that would be a secure place to back them up as well. So let's go ahead and get that on our desktop before we do anything else. If you're familiar with the steps to do that, go ahead and do it. If not, you're going to go to Go Connect to Server or hit Command K. Be sure and choose the server with the address blstaff.usd458.org. If you don't have that in the list, you'll want to type this in and click Connect. The login is typically last name, first initial, and then your password. If you haven't previously logged into the teacher server, you can check with me through email, and I will give you hints as to what your password and login would be. You click Connect. And then out of this group, make sure you choose your name. Notice that once I click OK, now it gives me the window, and if I look over here, this is the icon for the teacher server. So now we have two possible sources for backing up our information. I'm going to go ahead and close this window for a minute, because before we take care of that, some of you need to probably look at your desktop. You might have no files saved here. You might have a screen full. If they're all items that you think you need to hang on to and you haven't taken the time to sort through them yet, probably might not have the time to do that now. So I would suggest you take the following steps. If you click on the background on the desktop, and then we're going to go to File, create a new folder, and for mine I would call it KJ Desktop, and I'm going to give it this month 4-14. Actually, I don't want a slash because the computer gets confused. I'm going to put a hyphen. Okay, so this will tell me on my backup on my external hard drive or on the server that in April of 2014, these are items that were on my desktop that perhaps I usually keep there, so I want them to stay in that folder. Then all I have to do is any existing files that you have out here on the desktop, I'm going to drag them into that folder, as well as documents. I'm going to drag around a couple of these here and drag and drop them into the folder. So now what was on my desktop is organized in one folder that I can choose to drag to the the teacher server or my external hard drive. All right. For the purposes of this demonstration, I think I'll drag them to my external hard drive. So I need to have a window open to do that. I'm going to double click on my hard drive icon. And since this is my destination, I like to have where I'm taking things from on the left and the destination window on the right. So I've double clicked on this. I also prefer to have this third view so that I can see folders within folders and know where I'm going with my items. If I click here, it does icons. Sometimes they're not in alphabetical order. You can drag them around and it can get confusing. The next view shows them in list view, but it doesn't easily show folders within folders unless you use down arrows. And again, I prefer the third view. You use what you're comfortable with. Okay, I've already created a KJ backup file. maybe it would be good for me to, if I click and move my mouse a little, to edit this name. And again, I'm going to put 4-14 so that I know when this backup was from. When I click on it, you can see that I've already exported my or moved my iPhoto library, my iTunes, and my movies to my backup hard drive. So that's what I'm getting ready to show you how to do. Okay, so we're going to leave this open. I'm going to also want to select my hard disk. If you can't see your hard disk, to view it with the Finder menu showing, you can go to Finder Preferences and then select hard disk. Also, if you plugged in your hard drive or a flash drive and it's not showing up on the desktop, then again, right here is where you can select those to show, as well as the server. Maybe you logged onto the server but the icon didn't appear on your desktop like mine did. Make sure it's selected and then close that window. Okay, I now have these windows side by side. I'm going to resize them just a bit. Okay, let me backtrack because what did I not do? I haven't put this in a secure place yet. My desktop folder's still on my desktop. So with my destination window, I'm going to simply click and drag up to this column. This column is in my KJ backup files 4-14. Notice there's a green circle with a plus sign. That means it's leaving my copies on the desktop, but it's making a copy of that folder and everything in it and putting it on my external hard drive. So I'm going to let go. I didn't have a lot in there, so it didn't take long. It might take yours a little longer. Then you can leave this here so that it's there and available for you to do this one last time right before you get your laptop, or you can go ahead and you work from your hard drive or your flash drive between now and then. Either way, you can drag. I'm going to drag this copy to the trash because I can see that it transferred and it's not items that I'm going to have to use right away. Okay, so now we've cleaned up the desktop. Let's look at where you need to look on your computer to find items that might be hidden. If you come over here to the left, look for the icon that shows a little house. We're going to select teacher. Your building might have another word that goes along with that, but for mine, it's teacher. Once I select it, I can see that there's a number of files that I'm going to be using and dragging information across to where I want to back it up. So let's start at the top and look through applications. Those are going to be taken care of with the new image. I've taken care of my files that are on the desktop. The next thing you come to is the Documents folder. So I would suggest that you click on Documents, and again, if you don't see this as easily as I do with these levels, right up here choose the third option to show the different columns. Okay, if you look in my Documents folder, there's not much there. These were mostly things related to ActiveInspire. I may or may not want them. I'm not 100% sure if I do, but again, if I'm down to the wire and I need a place to put them, I can hold down the Option key and click on Documents. And notice as I drag, it puts the green circle with the plus sign. That means it leaves what's on my Documents folder on my computer there and makes a copy. I'm going to let up on the Option key and the mouse pad, and it's copying those documents. Once that's complete, notice I still have them on my computer, but I have them on my external hard drive. Okay, so my documents are taken care of. Again, I can leave these here, or I can go ahead and delete them. If I hold the Shift and click on the first one, click on the last one, it selects them all, and I am going to go ahead and clean my computer up a little bit and trash those files. Okay, I'm going to click Teacher again. We've now taken care of desktop and documents. I'm going to go to Downloads. Once in a while you might download a file and then forget that you've downloaded it and not saved it anywhere else. I've cleaned mine up so there's nothing there. If you look through your list or the list is sizable and you're not sure if you've worked from this folder or not, that may or may not be one that you want to option drag over here to the window on the right. I use Dropbox a lot, so Dropbox shows up here. I can leave those alone. Those are stored in the cloud. Same thing with Google Drive. The next one that I want you to be concerned with is if you have any movies, iMovie stores those on your computer. So if this is a folder that has information in it that you want to hang on to, again, it's going to free up a lot of storage space on your new computer by not having them on there. It's best to put them on an external source. So they are large files, so we ask that you not put them on the teacher server if you can avoid it, if they're school files. So again, I'm going to hold down the Option key, and I'm going to click and hold down on the file that says Movies. And if I were to come over here and let up on it, I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again. But notice I have a green circle with a plus sign, and then it will transfer all those to your backup. Okay, next. Oops, I just made a copy. I'm going to cancel that. Drag that one to the trash. Okay, so next, we've got the music folder. If you have iTunes music that needs to be transferred along with the albums and such, the best way to do it is to click on Music and then find the folder that says iTunes. Again, I'm going to press and hold the Option key while I'm clicking on the iTunes file and dragging over to my destination. Again, I've already done this, so it's not something that I choose to do again. So I'm going to drag it back and stop that download. I have the same iTunes albums and music playlists on all of the computers that I use by using this method. Some people, when they just transfer the music, lose some of those options, so I would suggest that you try dragging the whole file, and hopefully that'll work for you. Okay, if we look, the last thing that I have over here that you don't have yet is your iPhoto library. So if you come down here and click on Pictures, right here you should have an iPhoto library. If you haven't figured out the process yet, it's press and hold the Option key, click on and hold your mouse, the iPhoto library, and drag and drop it to where we've been dropping the other items. Okay, so now I can look, and I've backed up documents, I've backed up my desktop, I have all my photos, I have my music, and I have videos. If there's anything beyond that, again, it should show up in one of these items on the teacher or the home screen, since that is what's on your computer. Okay, I'm going to close my resource window. I'm going to look through these one last time. I can see the documents that I've placed there. You could double click this and launch it and see that there's photos in it. I'm not going to take the time to do that now, but you can double check. Same with iTunes. Your desktop folder will show what's in it and any movie files that you have. Once you're done, you can close the window for this as well. Select your external device and the server, and you can hit Command E, or you can drag them down to the trash to disconnect, and you should have your files where you need them. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact Lisa or I. If you feel like you can't do this on your own without somebody sitting there with you, we'll try to fit you into the schedule. So just let us know how we can be of help, and I hope you enjoy your new laptop. Thank you.